Wa alaikum salam.
Actually, my question is just I need your help. I have this problem with people, you're talking about Dawah.
Right.
Okay, what I do is, my coworker, I talk to a lot of people about that. Already people in their mind, they have it embedded about Islam, that we are a bloodthirsty people.
Right.
And even they say, in your Quran, there's a lot of verses talks about killing. And we are infidels. And now you're telling me to be a Muslim? So the problem is with these people, how do you get to them? Or they give you that stare look that, no. Because why? Because the media is always propagate that Islam is that way. And for the last 10 years, it's been like that. It's very hard to change people.
Right.
So I need your help. I mean, how do you approach people like that?
You know, one of the things that I do, because I know their book, I'll give you guys a little history about me. For those of you who didn't hear the introduction. Right. I am a revert to Islam. I wasn't born in this religion. I was raised in a Christian household, but not any Christian household. My mother, she is a preacher. Today, she's still a preacher. My grandfather, may Allah have mercy on his soul, he was a preacher. So I went to Sunday school. I went to Bible studies. In fact, my family members all thought he's the next preacher. Alhamdulillah, I'm preaching the real gospel now. But because I know their book, I can sit down and I can talk to them about their book. What's beautiful about what's happening with you is that they're actually talking to you. But in America, you have at least two different types of people. At least. But I'm going to give you the two most popular people. You have the person that is truly a Christian. That person who goes to church, who reads their Bible, who wants to be very good people. That person will be the easiest person for you to sit down and have a dialogue with. That person, you could say to him, I'll bring my proofs, you bring your proofs, we'll discuss this, and inshallah, God willing, at the end, if we don't come to an agreement where you say my religion is good and I don't say that your religion is good, at least we'll come to an agreement that, brother, you have faith and I have faith and we have faith in the same God. Then you have that American who has no religion. But because he was born in America, the only religion that he could say that he was a part of is Christianity. He's never picked up the Bible a day in his life. He's only gone to, we have Ramadan Muslims, we have Muharram Muslims, we have Christmas and Easter Christians. Yeah, same concept. The only time they show up is at these two times, and that's it. You don't see them anymore. You know the people. You all know the people. These people are the hardest people. So those people, get with me. I'm going to give you a whole lot of verses. Because they say, oh, Islam says that we're the infidels. I said, yeah, what does the word infidel mean? Many people don't know what the word infidel means. Who has a definition of the word infidel? It's amazing. You could go to college campuses and say, what does the word infidel mean? Thomas Jefferson, while he was writing the Declaration of Independence, he wanted to say that all religions would be respected here. The Protestants, the Catholics, the Mohammedan, who? The Muslims. They didn't call us Muslims, they called us Mohammedans. If you read his biography, he was putting us in there. The Hindus and the infidel. Back then they had an understanding of what the infidel was. An infidel was a person who rejected all faith. He said, I don't believe in God. He was an atheist. There's a guy by the name of John Adams. Anyone know who John Adams was? He was a president. As a president, he signed the Treaty of Tripoli. But the Muslims don't do treaties with infidels. So what did John Adams go and say to the king? He says, King, we're Christians, we're Ahlul Kitab. Our president, from way back then, he knew how to talk the language. We're not infidels, we're not non-believers, we are of the Christians. Your book says Ahlul Kitab are Jews and Christians. That's who we are. Can we get this treaty done? We understand that he had an understanding of our faith. We have to do the job. The more we know, the better we are able to help these people. But in our Quran, you get all of those verses. I have all of those verses and I have the tafsir of it. What they do is they take the verse and they chop it up. Oh, your Quran says, and fight those who fought against you and drive them out of the places where they drove you out of. And kill the infidel where you will see him. Kill the non-believers who was killing you is actually what that means. They stop. That's it. I said, brother, what happened to the rest of the verse? There's more? Yeah, look, let's go to the store and we'll buy a Quran together. I'll buy you your own Quran. You can leave it at the job. You don't have to take it in your house. I know you think there's some evilness in it, but just leave it at the job. And we'll read from it together. Your choice. You pick anyone. They go to Surah Tawbah and they begin to read the verses and they see this thing and it says, but if they desist fighting against you, you too desist in fighting them. For Allah does not love those who are aggressive. No book tells its followers to stop fighting when somebody fights against them. And then you go to the book of Numbers and it talks about a people called the Midianites. Who were they fighting against? They were fighting against Moses. The Midianites, the people of Moses went in and they fought these people and they killed all the men. Right? All the men that were able to fight, they killed them. But they kept the virgins for themselves. Moses was given the command from God in their Bible, go back to the land of the Midianites and kill all the old people, kill all the women, kill all the trees, kill all the livestock. There's nowhere in my book that tells our prophet to do that. In fact, in the rules of engagement in our religion, our prophet says, do not cut down trees. Do not pollute waterways. Do not fight and kill children. Do not fight and kill old people. We as Muslims, we can't do this. But most Christians, when you ask them about that in their book, they don't know.